right now, listen up.
3, 2, 1.
It's showtime.
That's great.
This is ridiculous.
99.3 The Truth.
You can't handle the truth right now.
Ooh.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Let's do it.
Hit it.
It's time for Max World.
And here we go.
Everybody, let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Call Mac 244-0077 or text 809-0993.
It's showtime, everybody. Showtime.
Exclusively on 99.3 The Truth.
Good afternoon. It is 3:06 on a Tuesday afternoon right here in Max World Live. This is Chris Roloff filling in for J. Michael McCory. He's the only... I was going to say he's the only one absent from our normal cast of characters today, and that's not true because Mac is gone and Bob Montserrat the Cat in the Hat is also missing too. But never fear, your texts will be heard today. Your texts can get on air because we have, drum roll please, that's very sophisticated drum roll. We have Ron Carlson filling in for Bob. Ron, welcome to Max World, buddy.
Aye,
that's your natural voice. Now, you're here every single day, Monday through Friday, but people don't often hear from you, Ron.
that's true. Absolutely.
You like to hide away from the microphone, and I bullied you into it today.
Indeed.
Now, you're not a stranger to the radio world at all. You actually produce Caffeinated Thoughts every Saturday morning.
That's correct.
This is going to get good. Yeah. See, this is why we hire him here to read the text, see? So he doesn't have to add any color commentary. But that's the voice of Ron Carlson, who you're going to hear from today as you send us your text. If you've got a question or a comment as we begin our broadcast today, you can send us a text at 515-809-0993. And what are we going to talk about today? I hope that you're shocked. I hope that you're completely surprised. We're going to be talking about the debate last night. That's all we're going to talk about today primarily. We've got some guests today in studio, but today I want to hear your thoughts about the debate. Did you watch the debate? Did they talk about the issues that were important to you? Did it change your mind? Did it change your mind? Do debates ever change your mind? But anyway, did it change your mind? Did they address the issues you want? We want to hear from you to text us and tell us what you think about the debate last night at 515-809-0993. And as always, you can call, and Jeb will answer the phone at 515-244-0077. He's doing a great job. And he, today, full disclosure, almost didn't make it, man. Jeb.
I was running close.
You were running close. Tell us what happened. Your car broke down, bud.
Yeah, so I was driving. I was probably about 10 minutes out from the station on my way. Actually just got out of class.
Yeah.
And so as I was on the way, all of a sudden I started hearing... it was almost like metal grinding.
Oh.
And so it sounds like transmission problem.
Yeah.
Don't know for sure, obviously. Called the tow truck. So that's coming on the way. And luckily my girlfriend saved the day and came and picked me up.
You were rescued by the beauty.
Yes. Rescued by the beauty.
Mac was talking about rescuing the beauty. You were rescued by the beauty today. So thank you. And could I not mention... How could I not mention
How could
Frank?
you miss?
Frank, you're here.
Yes, I watched the debate.
Yes, you
watched the debate. No, it did not change my mind.
Well, that does not surprise me one bit. But we're going to get your thoughts on the debate here in just a few minutes. But before we do that, and before we go to everybody's comments about the debate, I want to talk about something that's incredibly more important than the debate last night. Yeah, really. There was something that happened, or something is going to happen, something that did happen, and something that's going to happen that's more important than the debate last night. And that is honoring the men and women who fought for this country. The country that we live in, where we can have something as silly as what happened last night. Where we can have a debate like this, and we have the opportunities to express our opinions, to express our thoughts. We have freedoms in this country, and they are defended by our men and women in uniform. And coming up here in just a couple of days, in fact, 2 days, on Thursday, a mobile Vietnam, the wall, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial replica of that wall in Washington, D.C. is going to be coming to Des Moines. And our guests today, Bob and Candy, I love these names. These are names I can remember. Bob and Candy. If I can't remember Bob and Candy, I'm in a lot of trouble here. So, Bob, don't be shy of that microphone. I promise it won't bite you. Mm-hmm. Candy, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Thanks for coming on Max World.
Yes.
Well, thanks for having us. This is an exciting week for us, too.
Now, tell us about this. You guys call this the Wall That Heals. What is this traveling Vietnam memorial wall that travels? Tell us about this.
Well, it's a 254-foot replica of the exact wall that's in Washington, D.C.
Wow.
And 254 feet is pretty large. And it will be coming in tomorrow. They're going to be meeting the semi at Newton Speedway around 10 o'clock. 10:15, the motorcycles will lead the truck out onto the interstate. Then they'll be going through Altoona. Then they'll come back out to the interstate. And then they will come into Des Moines via 235, I-235. They'll follow that all the way around to bring it back out to the Interstate 80, and then back into Living History Farms, where we'll be setting it up. And then tomorrow afternoon, John Deere Veterans Union Group will be setting up the wall.
They'll be putting it together. And is the process of setting it up and putting it together there, is that open to the public as well?
Yes, everything's open to the public. So, yes, I would say yes, it is. Anybody can come out and watch that also.
Now, that tour that you're talking about of the wall traveling from Newton all the way down to Living History Farm, that's quite the parade.
Yes, that will be quite a parade. And what we're looking for is, people out waving flags and up on the bridges over the I-235 as it comes into the town. And then when everybody's safe on those bridges, be careful where you park. We don't want anybody getting hurt. So we're looking for that. And then also in the town of Altoona, they're going right through the middle. So we're looking for the same thing there. People lining the streets and watching the procession come in.
If someone wants to volunteer and be a part of this, do they need to register anywhere? Do they just need to show up on the bridge? Or
You can go to our website.
Okay.
www.teamwelcomehomeiowa.com. And across the top, there are tabs, and one of the tabs is volunteers. And they can sign up to be in the motorcade, but they are not required to. So it just gives us a better idea to give the Iowa Highway Patrol how many are going to be in our motorcade.
Gotcha.
If they sign up.
And that's for the motorcycle
motorcycles, right?
Okay.
And then if you want to help during this event, we need greeters, we need people to help at the wall, we need parking. So there's lots of jobs, and those are also listed on that website.
At the website, which is teamwelcomehomeiowa.com, teamwelcomehomeiowa.com. And this, we're talking about the 200-foot half replica. So the actual Vietnam wall, memorial wall, is 500 feet. Then I'm good at math.
There you are. Yes. And one thing that I have found, being a Vietnam veteran, the thing that I found with the Vietnam Wall, the first time I was in Washington, D.C. and saw it, I got there early in the evening. It was just dusk, and really didn't think that I would have much of emotion with it. I guess I'm just not that type of person or whatever. And really, I could hardly catch my breath because you walk up to this wall and you take a look from one end to the other. It just, it's mind-boggling. All these fellows are dead.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's I've been there myself. I have seen it firsthand. I was not in the Vietnam War, if that isn't obvious from looking at me. I'm on the radio, so people don't always know how old I am. But my father was. And he came home. He did make it. He's still alive. And but a lot of men that he knew did not. And so seeing that wall for me firsthand there, I wasn't even with my dad. I was just there. My wife and I had taken a trip to Washington, D.C., and I will tell you, I walked up to that, and it's hard to even talk about now.
Yeah.
To remember just how powerful that is. That wall is large. It's hard to grasp. 500 feet long, and it's very high. I don't know how high it is in the middle. Do you remember how high it is there?
I do not.
But it's just an incredible thing, and to see all the names listed is very powerful.
Well, and I have two close friends, Dick Westberg from Marshalltown area, and then also Randy Mast from the Marshalltown, Beeman, Conrad area, that are both on that wall. And, just respect for those guys. And
Absolutely.
The other thing I want to mention too is during our programs on that website, you can check out the events that are going to go on in each day. One of the things that we're going to do is read the 25 names of the missing in action, the ones that are still not home. And I think that's a powerful thing. Those are the Iowans that are not home yet.
Wow, that's going to be incredible.
Bob, World War II was, we're told that it was the greatest generation, but clearly Vietnam is not a forgotten war, but in your opinion, being a Vietnam veteran, is it an underappreciated war?
There's not much that's ever very good about any war. Any of them. And I underappreciated. It was a different time. The one thing that it did help destroy the USSR, that whole block. The Vietnam War did help with that, I believe, a little bit. I don't know. I guess I don't have any views on that one way or the other. I just know that this program here is to honor those that served over there, and I think that's about it.
And I love the title of your organization, Iowa Welcome, or Team Welcome Home Iowa, because you express something that I think is for those who have friends and family that were in the Vietnam War, they remember how poorly our Vietnam veterans were treated when they came back. Many of them were treated very poorly and did not get a welcome home that they deserved.
Right.
And this is a great opportunity to come see this wall. Can you guys hang out for a few more minutes?
Sure.
We can, because there's a few more things we need to talk about yet.
Okay, great. Bob and Candy are here. They are with The Wall That Heals. This is the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Replica and Mobile Education Center that's coming to Des Moines. It's going to be on the grounds of Living History Farm Thursday. We're going to talk about it more when we come back right here on 99.3 FM, The Truth.
Credit cards are like grandkids. They love you, sometimes get out of control, and it's fun to get a new one. Who can stop them from piling on?
Hi, I'm Tom Coates with Consumer Credit of Des Moines. At the end of the day, you can return the grandkids, but you're stuck paying off bad credit card debt. We'll help you put the fun back into using credit cards responsibly. Right, kids?
Yeah! If you need help getting credit cards off your back, call Consumer Credit of Des Moines.
Hi. My name is David Burrier, your Hope Coach. I host a live weekly talk show called I've Been There every Thursday afternoon at 5:30, right here on webcast1live.com, and on my weekly radio program Saturday mornings at 10 on Truth Network 99.3 FM. I interview common everyday people who have survived incredible life challenges and who testify to God's faithfulness in the midst of their storms. So join me as we bring a message of hope and encouragement. Everybody needs hope. I know, because I've been there.
Hey everybody, I brought Northern Lights Pizza! And it's got Graziano sausage!
Rock and Prevention is celebrating 25 years of creating a caring community. We want to say thank you to the tens of thousands of Rock High School mentors that have carried our message of health, love, and encouragement to over 1.5 million children, teachers, and parents. Our mentors teach children methods and skills to prevent bullying and drug use. Thank you to all the school administrators, teachers, and counselors for their opportunity to serve you. Rock on, fair citizens, rock on! This is Pat McManus for Rock and Prevention, the Richard O. Jacobson Foundation, and this station.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios, this is Webcast One Live. From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios, this is Webcast One Live.
Good afternoon. It is 3:21 on a Tuesday afternoon. This is Max World Live. Chris Roloff filling in for J. Michael McCoy, who is out today. But the normal cast of characters are here. Frank is here. Jeb is here. Well, I keep saying that. Bob Montserrat is missing, but Ron Carlson's filling in to watch your text. So you can send us a text at 515-809-0993. Or you can send us your voice. I guess you don't send us your voice. You can call in and talk to us. We'd love to hear from you at 515-244-0077. Look at that. I've got a stereo echo there with Ron. Welcome to the broadcast, by the way, Ron. Not shy of the microphone at all. What we're talking about today for the whole 2 hours until we get you home and let you go to Hank at 5 o'clock, we want to hear your thoughts about the debate last night, what Donald Trump had to say, what Hillary Clinton had to say. Did they talk about the things that were important to you? We've got Corey on the phone. Corey's called in. Corey, what's going on?
Yeah, I watched the debate last night. It was a bit disappointing for me. I don't think that they asked the great questions. I really wanted to hear from Hillary and about her server and how illegal it was. I think Donald Trump had an opportunity to really hammer her on that and didn't. He just kind of made a joke about, I'll release my tax returns when you release your emails, which I thought was funny, but then he just dropped it and Lester Holt didn't ask any more questions. And I feel like that's the biggest issue regarding her and her qualifications to be president, because I don't think that she, based on that illegal activity, which is criminal and really a felony to do so. Other people have been charged with lesser, such as David Petraeus, for doing things like that. So that question wasn't answered, and I thought that was a little disappointing. I also thought that Donald Trump's frequent interruptions were a bit distracting. I know that's how he is, and that's why people like him. But for me, I'm going to vote for him. But I don't know how other people who are undecided are going to take that. People who don't listen to him on a regular basis, don't go to his rallies and listen to that kind of talk all the time. So that gets me a little worried that people who are undecided are going to say, well, this guy's he's a real jerk and I'm not going to vote for him. So that's kind of got me a little concerned. But then I thought, well, that's why people like him. So maybe it's really not going to hurt him much at all. So, but I thought Lester Holt saying that the frisk and care,
Stop and frisk
was unconstitutional, found to be unconstitutional, which turns out to not be true. It was kind of a Monica Crowley moment with Mitt Romney when she said that, well, actually Obama did say it was a terrorist attack and not a video during that debate, and that was a lost opportunity for Mitt Romney as well. So I was just a little disappointed in it. And then asking about the birth certificate, I thought that was really ridiculous. It's a non-issue. Paints Donald Trump as a racist, which he isn't. And, Hillary Clinton is able to throw bombs like he's feminist and racist and doesn't like Muslims, and she gets away with it, and nobody calls her on it. And Donald Trump, I don't think, did a great job of kind of defending himself on those issues.
Corey, this is Frank. I think he was referencing Candy Crowley.
Candy Crowley, yes.
Yeah. Basically, I was a little disappointed in the debate. If you listen, you know that I'm kind of a Trump supporter, and I want him to unload on her. But you got to remember something. As soon as these guys get to be the candidate, the campaigns get a hold of them. The RNC, DNC gets a hold of them, and they try to make an appeal to be on their base. So last night was an appeal. Everybody was saying to attract college-educated particularly white college-educated voters, because those are the people that you got to try to bring into the tent. And they tried to restrain Trump. They do this all the time. They've done it with Sarah Palin. They've done it with a lot of candidates over the years, where they tamp their personality down and they make them almost robotic. And the idea was last night that they wanted Trump not to hammer women, and they wanted him to appeal to college-educated voters. So that's probably why you saw a little restrained Donald Trump last night.
Hey, Corey, thank you so much for your call. I appreciate it. Hey, stick with us. We're going to keep talking about the debate a little bit longer, but I think we're going to let you go for right now. But, keep listening, Corey. We do want to hear from you, hear your thoughts here on 99.3 about the debate last night between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, just in case you didn't know who debated last night. We'd like to hear your thoughts. Did they talk about the things that matter to you? You can send us a text at 515-809-0993, or you can call us just like Corey did right here from in Des Moines at 515-244-0077. But our guests here for the first hour are Don and Candy. They are with an organization. They're with Team Welcome Home Iowa. And this group is bringing The Wall That Heals, is a 200-foot half replica of the Vietnam Veterans War Memorial that's got over 58,000 names of those who made the ultimate sacrifice in the Vietnam War. They're here to invite you to come see this thing firsthand and experience the power of seeing a memorial like this, even in half replica size. And Don, you are a Vietnam veteran yourself.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about this event that's going on Thursday on the grounds of Living History Farm.
All right. First of all, my name's Bob.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's okay. And then the second thing is, it'll actually be here tomorrow. It'll be at Newton Speedway. It leaves there around 10:30, and we'll be at Living History Farms by 11:30. Thursday, we will have programs starting at a program at 10 o'clock, and the guest speaker, the governor will be there. We'll have a guest speaker, Larry Spencer, who was a POW for 7 years in Vietnam. He gives a very nice talk. Friday, we have a ceremony at 11 o'clock. The keynote speaker that day is going to be Dan Gannon. Then on Saturday, October 1st, we'll have at 11 a.m. Ed Rohner. And Ed speaks as if he is a name on the wall and talks as if he's from behind the wall. And that's a pretty moving speech also. And then on Sunday, October 2nd, we will have a closing ceremony around 2:30. And the Vietnam Memorial will then move on to another location.
And they can get all the details and the schedule and all that online at your website, correct? Which is teamwelcomehomeiowa.com. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah. And the other thing is that everything is free and it's open 24/7 for all the days that it's here.
And it is going to be at the front lawn of Living History Farm right there on Hickman Road, right here in Urbandale. You can see it starting. It will be at the Living History Farms come Wednesday afternoon, evening is when it'll actually...
Wednesday it'll be here by 11:30, between 11:30 and 12.
So from then until Monday, it's going to be at that location.
Through Sunday.
Through Sunday
afternoon.
Okay,
yep.
Through Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
You can get the schedule of events, all the different things that are going on, all the different special speakers. All that information is online at teamwelcomehomeiowa.com. Check out teamwelcomehomeiowa.com to learn about the wall that heals. And I asked you guys before we started the broadcast, was one of the things that you wanted people to learn. And one of the things that you guys said that I thought was really powerful is to bring young people, to bring your kids, to bring your grandkids that don't know anything about this, that maybe don't know about the war, don't know about the loss, to come and to learn. That would be an incredible experience.
Yes, and it's definitely, it is a family event. It's free. There's no cost. It has, there's no charge. If you're going to Living History Farms that day, you'll have to pay for that. But as far as the Vietnam Wall, the wall that heals, there is no charge.
That's fantastic.
The other thing is that the semi that is bringing the wall turns into a museum. So they open up the walls. They have memorabilia. They have maps of where Vietnam is and that type of thing, so that it is a learning experience.
Absolutely. I think that's going to be fantastic. We have I'm thinking right now, we have a lot of families that care about these things, that care about the war, that want to educate their kids, a lot of home educators that are here. This would be a great event to really anybody, to bring your kids, to bring your grandkids to see this, to learn about the war. And Bob, we were talking about this. Many of the Vietnam veterans that came home didn't get that warm reception when they first came home the first time. And this is a way for us to some degree make an amends, but also to honor them with the honor that they're due.
Absolutely. And there will be a lot of people there. If veterans have questions, the Vet Center is going to be there. Hospice will be there. The American Legion, VFW, all those type of units are going to be there during the program, so they can come and talk to all those type of people. So it should be a good. If you're a veteran, come on out. If you're a family member, come on out. It'll be a good time. And the programs we do have Saturday afternoon. I did forget to mention that we do have a concert that will be at 3:00, and it's the military band and.
Very
so
cool.
I wanted to bring that up.
And
absolutely.
And over in the Visitor Center, we also have a wall that was created by the Northwest Iowa Chapter 888. And it's all the dog tags of Iowans lost in the Vietnam War. Then they've also now done the Iraq-Afghanistan. So it's not just about Vietnam, but we're also having that. And now they're trying to build a Desert Storm memorial. So there's going to be more information about that type of thing. So we're excited that we have this opportunity to share what we're passionate about. You'll see 185 American flags lining Hickman Road. So that surely will touch.
It will be easy to find us. Just
touch
follow
everyone.
the flags.
Absolutely. Now, Candy, what got you passionate about this project and honoring our veterans?
Actually, it came from the DAR, Daughters of the American Revolution. And our mission is to teach and educate and honor our veterans. Of course, mine goes a long ways back. And in looking at my family, I had no veterans. But I was asked to be the chairperson for the 50th commemoration by the Department of Defense in 2013. And since then, I've traveled all over Iowa and pinned lots of wonderful veterans who thank us instead of me thanking them. And we pin them with a special lapel pin. And we will have that available for the entire time that the wall is there. So we're hoping to pin lots of Vietnam veterans.
Absolutely.
We will also have a special challenge coin that says Team Welcome Home Iowa to give to the Vietnam veterans. So make sure and check out our DAR exhibit.
Absolutely. We've got about 1 minute left. Bob, why are you passionate about this project?
Well, I'm a Vietnam veteran, and when Joy Weemus, our chairperson, came and asked me, because her husband's a member of our American Legion, how could I turn it down?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is, you're looking forward to seeing this. And I'm assuming you've seen this before. Have you seen the replica?
I have. I actually have a quick funny story. The second time I went out to Washington, D.C., I was with my 5 kids, and they were scurrying around. And I thought, man, they're really into this. And what they were doing, they were looking for my name. And it was not there.
It was not. It's not there.
It's not there.
Wow.
Wow, what a surprise.
Yeah, that's a big shocker.
Good news.
That's right. Well, this is a 250-foot half replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall that is right now permanently displayed in Washington, D.C. This replica is going to be right here in Des Moines on the front lawn of the Living History Farm. As of tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be there for you to come and see, and it's going to be there through Sunday. Get all the details, list of the events and special things that are going on online at teamwelcomehomeiowa.com, teamwelcomehomeiowa.com.
Northern Lights Pizza's amazing garlic butter makes amazing breadsticks. Now available in 12-ounce bottles at Northern Lights, Hy-Vee, and Graziano's.
Northern Lights Pizza. I'm Brian Leach, owner of Service Legends, and my position is Chief Talent Officer.
I'm Nicholas Wonderscheid.
I am Bernie Homs.
And I'm the Service Manager.
Marketing Director and Client Relations Manager.
Everything that we do is about ensuring that we exceed your expectations.
Our clients are important to us. 100% satisfaction.
We're not just focused on heating and cooling. That's the easiest part of our job, actually, is fixing furnaces and air conditioners.
Everyone that we come in touch with, we want to improve lives.
Bottom line is, we've got our installation guarantees, 25% energy savings guarantee, comfort guarantee, temperature selection guarantee, property protection guarantee.
100% satisfaction guaranteed. Fixed rate or it's free.
All of those guarantees are backed up with a 100% money back guarantee to hold ourselves accountable to making sure that you get what you're after.
Just fixing the problem today. If they have another problem 5 days down the road, it's still fixed rate or it's free.
We use what's called straightforward pricing. Our technicians are going to give you an exact to the penny price on what it's going to take before they move forward with any repair. That way you know what to expect.
It's the same price every day.
No surprises.
If you get off work at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you come home, you realize that, oh, my furnace is broken. Now you need to call somebody out that night. You shouldn't have to pay more for that.
We're guaranteeing service 24/7.
We run afternoons, evenings, nights, weekends. We're staffed to work that.
Phone rings at 3 in the morning. You'll get one of our representatives answering the phone every time.
We're not sending you out to Timbuktu in some call center. It's our Service Legend team members, our mission control team.
I'll take a call anytime.
And then they answer the phones the same way during the day as they do at night.
It's a great day at your service company. How can we make you smile?
That's the only way to provide true 24-hour service.
When you're able to let somebody actually live in their home safely when they weren't able to do that before, where they don't have to stay up at night and worry about, is the heat going to come back on? Are we going to freeze the pipes? Is the baby in the room next door going to be sick because they got too cold? When you're able to help somebody overcome challenges like that, that's impacting a life. That makes a difference. I get goosebumps thinking about it.
I love the team. I love the people that I work with.
We have fun, but we work hard.
I call them my ambassadors of legendary service. If you could just envision what that is, that's who we're sending to your home.
They literally will call in, pick up the phone and call and say, hey, I want to talk to your manager. And I get on the phone, they're like, that technician that was at my house was the greatest technician ever. That's cool to me.
We want to brighten people's days.
Every person that we have going into the house has gone through an extensive background check.
Drug testing, we have a very thorough interview process that 1 out of 140 people make it through.
If we promise you something, that's what you're going to get, no matter what.
We're here when you need us to protect the safety and comfort of your family.
If you're not happy, we're going to make it right.
If we're willing to put 100% money back guarantee on what we do, what type of work do you think we do?
Give us a call. We're there for you 24/7, 365 days a year.
Enough said.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios, this is Webcast One Live.
Hey, good afternoon. How are you guys doing? You doing all right? Can I get an amen? Hey, can I get a hey, how you doing?
Bobby.
Hey, oh, Bobby. This is Max World Live right here on 99.3 FM, The Truth. Chris Roloff filling in for J. Michael McCoy. Mac is not here. He's the only one that's not here. And he often says the most important person here is you. So today we're going to prove that. We're going to prove that really it doesn't matter if Mac is here because this broadcast is really about you. If you've never called in before, today is your day. If you never sent us a text, today is your day. Because most of us, whether we watched the debate last night or not, we have an opinion about this election going on right now. And in a general sense, I want to know that if you watched the debate, I want to hear your thoughts about it. And did the debate last night, did those two talk about any of the things that you really matter, that really matter to you, that you really care about? Corey called in from Des Moines a little bit ago, and he said, no. As a matter of fact, they really didn't talk about the things that matter to me. They really didn't get into the Hillary's emails very much. You know what never came up once? Benghazi was never touched. I know, because it was on my bingo card. You know, I made that bingo card with all those things on there. Benghazi was on that bingo card, and it never got scratched off because they never brought it up. Now, they did allude to the emails and make a joke. But we want to hear from you. Did you watch the debate last night? Did they talk about the things you care about? What is your take-home opinion on the debate? Give us a call, 515-244-0077. That's 515-244-0077, or you can send Ron Carlson filling in for Bob Montserrat, the Cat in the Hat. You can send Ron a text at 515-809-0993. That text line is 515-809-0993. Please don't text and drive. We love you. We want you to stay around for a long time. And Frank's here, and he is chomping at the bit. Before we go to Frank, we're going to remind everybody that Jeb is here, and he's the lovely guy that'll answer the phone when you call us at 515-244-0077 to tell us about the debate. Frank?
Well, now my question is for my cohort in the producing booth. Did you watch the debate, Jeb?
Yes, I did.
Did you hear anything that potentially swayed you or impressed you, or was it kind of a letdown for you that Trump didn't go harder at Hillary?
Yeah, actually, I was extremely disappointed that he didn't take the gloves off, as he said, and kind of attack Hillary. I was waiting for him to kind of get into it, kind of ruffle her feathers, so to speak. He did bring up the emails once, particularly the, what do we call him? The commentator.
Oh, Lester Holt?
Yeah, what's the title, though?
Oh, moderator.
The moderator didn't bring up the emails, the Benghazi scandal. I mean, nothing anti-Hillary, so it was kind of interesting. I thought he did attack Trump a little bit more, but getting into it, I think Trump was a letdown tonight, and I think moving forward, he's got to attack Hillary more.
Well, I would suggest that is due in part and parcel to the addition of Kellyanne Conway, who was actually an ex-Ted Cruz advisor. And, of course, Kelly comes at it from the woman's perspective that, you don't want to turn off the women, that Trump is this terrible loose cannon. And so they kind of prodded Trump to tone it down a bit. But now, interestingly enough, after the debate, Kellyanne Conway said Trump was too nice.
Trump was too nice?
Too nice.
Are you kidding me?
After all the emphasis for him to act more presidential, tamper some of his, wild persona away, Kellyanne Conway now says that Trump was too tame, too calm.
Here on my Facebook page, I asked the same question. Did you watch the debate last night? What was your opinion of it? Did they talk about the issues that matter to you? You can chime in on this topic right now. Send us a text at 515-809-0993 or give us a call at 515-244-0077. We want to talk about the debate. We want to hear from you. Dave, on my Facebook page, he said, Trump lost me when he bragged about paying no taxes and thought that the housing crisis was good business. That guy's no moral center, only in it for himself. People lost homes, their future, and he shows zero compassion. Like, I'm stupid for paying taxes, and he's so smart. So you guys talk about him being nice. I don't think a lot of people thought Donald Trump was very nice last night. In fact, he interrupted Hillary a considerable amount.
Well, to that particular texter, Warren Buffett, this is not something new amongst the rich people. As Warren Buffett has once said famously, one man's loss is another man's buying opportunity. When the bubble burst on the housing market, there were rich people that gobbled up homes for a buying opportunity. So Trump done nothing that was illegal. Now we're talking about Hillary, who has lined her pockets over the years with public money. Your tax dollars, lined her pockets with your money and done a lot of things illegal. Trump's simply playing a system that's there. Trump had a perfect answer to Hillary last night. You don't like the system? Change the system. Trump is simply pulling the curtain back, showing you how the sausage is made in D.C. If you don't like the way the sausage is made, then get up and start changing the rules. But Trump did nothing illegal.
We want to hear from you. Call us. What do you think about what Frank just said? Call Frank. Tell him what you think. He's a big boy. He can take it. Come on. I know, you guys walk up to me all the time and you say, how do you put up with Frank, Chris? I'd smack him upside the head. Here's your opportunity, man. You got a thing to say about Frank. This is the time to do it. Call him at 515-244-0077. I like Frank. I spend a lot of time with him. Probably more time than I should. But if you have never had an opportunity to talk to Frank and tell him what you really think, now is a great time. 515-244-0077, or you can just send us a text, and Ron Carlson will read it on the air for us. Send us a text at 515-809-0993.
Funny you should mention that, because there is a text here.
We got a text. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
We got a text.
Yeah, wonderful. The person that sent this said, and I quote, Trump had no specific plans for anything, was a bully. It is making me have to think about voting for Hillary.
Wow. So I wish I could talk back with the texter. That's why I love when people call in. But so I want to know from the texter, Is this a switch? Was this a switch? Were you on the fence about Trump? Were you thinking you could find yourself voting for Trump, but you felt like he did such a poor job that you're switching to Hillary? That's what it sounds like to me. And honestly, a lot of times people go into these debates with their mind completely made up, and that's really the thing. I mean, were you swayed at all? To be honest with you, I thought some of the things that Trump talked about made me sit back and go, wait a minute. I may like this guy. I may like some of the things that Donald Trump is saying. I was shocked. I had zero hope. I thought I tuned into the debate last night just for the sake of fun. I had my popcorn. I had some brand new pumpkin spice cookies. Oh, they were so good.
Did you have your bingo sheet?
I had my bingo sheet in front of me. I got bingo, by the way. If you got bingo on my bingo sheet, I want to hear from you too. But I was there just for the entertainment. But I tell you, Trump said some stuff that made me kind of rethink my thoughts about him, because I'm not a big Trump fan, to be honest with you. But he said some stuff that made me rethink him. Hillary, on the other hand, same old as far as I'm concerned. But what do you think? 515-244-0077, or send us a text just like we got on Ronald Read It on the Air, 515-809-0993.
Well, let me address this text. Trump last night, in my opinion, like he done in a lot of the Republican primary debates, has a tendency to take control, because that's usually what he does in the boardroom, or that's usually what he does on The Apprentice.
But Frank, taking control by saying wrong, that's rude. No, fact check that. You don't have a plan. No.
That was Hillary that said fact check. I don't recall Trump ever using the words fact check out of his mouth.
Said, well, you'll look it up. That was not a guy who had a plan.
But when he took control of Lester Holt, he said, excuse me. He said he stopped Holt in his tracks whenever Holt tried to, Holt interrupted Trump. You want to talk about somebody interrupting? Well, Holt interrupted Trump, at least according to Michael Brown on the radio this morning, at least a half a dozen times, and he interrupted Hillary no time.
In all fairness to the Donald was the king of interruptions last night. I mean, I watched it. I'm not saying that it wasn't classic Donald Trump, but I'm saying the man interrupted quite a bit. And to call the moderator interrupting a man who's gone well over his time. Speaking of time, we're coming up on a break, but he's went well over time.
Well over.
Oh, my goodness. We want to hear from you right here about the debate on 99.3 FM, The Truth.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios, this is Webcast One Live.
Credit cards are like grandkids. They love you, sometimes get out of control, and it's fun to get a new one. Who can stop them from piling on?
Hi, I'm Tom Coates with Consumer Credit of Des Moines. At the end of the day, you can return the grandkids, but you're stuck paying off bad credit card debt. We'll help you put the fun back into using credit cards responsibly. Right, kids?
Yeah! If you need help getting credit cards off your back, call Consumer Credit of Des Moines.
Rockton Prevention is celebrating 25 years of creating a caring community. We want to say thank you to the tens of thousands of Rock High School mentors that have carried our message of health, love, and encouragement to over 1.5 million children, teachers, and parents. Our mentors teach children methods and skills to prevent bullying and drug use. Thank you to all the school administrators, teachers, and counselors for their opportunity to serve you. Rock on, fair citizens. Rock on. This is Pat McManus for Rockton Prevention, the Richard O. Jacobson Foundation, and this station.
Northern Lights Pizza, your home of the tasty crust. Our garlic butter sauce now available in 12-ounce bottles at Northern Lights, Hy-Vee, and Graziano's.
Northern Lights Pizza.
Hi, my name is David Burrier, your Hope Coach. I host a live weekly talk show called I've Been There every Thursday afternoon at 5:30, right here on webcast1live.com, and on my weekly radio program Saturday mornings at 10 on Truth Network 99.3 FM. I interview common everyday people who have survived incredible life challenges and who testify to God's faithfulness in the midst of their storms. So join me as we bring a message of hope and encouragement. Everybody needs hope. I know, because I've been there.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios, this is Webcast One Live. From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios, this is Webcast One Live.
Well, it did collapse.
That's called business, by the way.
It's real.
I did not.
Science is
I do not say that.
And I think, well,
I will bring, excuse me.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, for 30 years.
Work again.
Well, he approved
3 million
NAFTA.
new jobs,
He approved
a balanced
NAFTA,
budget.
which is the single worst trade deal ever approved in this
Incomes
country.
went up, jobs.
I am going batty. So listen, as long as we're all here at once, why don't we just try to get along with each other? Or we just turn all that noise that you're making into music.
10 minutes before the top of the hour, this is Max World Live. Chris Roloff filling in for J. Michael McCoy. Frank is here, and Frank's got opinions, and I know you've got an opinion too. What about the debate last night? Did you listen to that? Did you hear what we just played? That was a bunch of Donald Trump interrupting Hillary. Now, I'm not saying that Donald Trump interrupting Hillary was all bad. In fact, some of that was the more entertaining stuff, frankly. But you just listened to some of it. Did you hear that last night live? Now, some of that was edited together. That wasn't continuous interruption. But boy, howdy, the two of them got on a roll at sometimes. And you had Hillary on the one hand over here just kind of smugly laughing almost at Trump. And I knew she would. I knew she'd come into this debate with her little smug pantsuit, and she'd walk up to that podium and she'd be there, and I'm so much smoother and so much more hip and with it than Donald Trump, and he's going to look like a buffoon. And every time he did typical Donald Trump stuff, the stuff that you like if you're a Trump supporter, to be honest with you, she just kind of smugly was like, oh, look at that, Donald. Oh, look at that, Donald. He's just interrupting me. See, you want him to be your president? Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that buffoon. But, it could have been funnier. But the real issue is I want to hear from you. Did you watch the debate? Did they talk about the things that were important to you? I want to know. 515-244-0077, or you can send us a text at 515-809-0993. And we've got a text right now. Thank you for sending us that text. What's that text, Ron?
Well, this texter said Trump lost me when he agreed with Hillary Clinton about infringing on our Second Amendment right by not letting people have guns that are on the no-fly list. It's unconstitutional, and there's no due process.
Wow. Really good. That's a really good comment. I remember listening to that going, that's going to be one of those moments people are going to talk about. He agreed with Hillary Clinton strongly, I might add. There
was a caveat there that he said that we needed to expedite those people who potentially have been wrongly put on the no-fly list, off of the no-fly list. But clearly, some of this would cover some of the terrorist activity that we have, that that is on the no-fly list wouldn't be able to buy guns. Clearly, the liberal strategy is all about, we know who these people are. Our spy agencies know who these terrorists are, and their whole strategy is just stop them from getting guns. And the way they want to stop them from getting guns is what they won't say is they want to stop everybody like Jeb, like anyone that supports the Second Amendment from getting a gun. And then that's the way they keep everyone from having guns, including the terrorists. Right, Jeb?
Yeah, I'm actually on board with that. But Hillary came in last night, and she was very robotic. Did any of you get that sense? And I think that's partly due to her background. She was an attorney before a politician. And I wanted to touch on, Trump he has a blunt style, and it's very unconventional. And I think that's a lot of what people like about Trump, and a lot about what never-Trumpers hate about Trump. It's kind of the back and forth on the same thing.
That's a good point. People with Trump, they love him or hate him on the same stuff. And I will have to say, at the very beginning of the debate, Jeb, I looked at Trump. The very beginning. He was very serious. Mr. Trump, would you like to speak to that? Why, yes. Yes, I would. And that lasted about that long. And then he went back to being Trump. So I know that his handlers had gotten into him and said, Trump, tonight you got to be presidential. Tonight you got to pull it back. You got to be middle of the road. But man, that did not last. He came unloose. Now, Trump, Frank, you don't think he came unloose enough?
No. I would have attacked her on the email thing relentlessly. Of course, a little bit of it, you can't stray too far off of what the moderator is trying to cover. He's trying to cover some basic points that he put out last night. So you can't stray too far off of those, but there's an opportunity that he could have took just to hammer her on the emails, hammer her on Benghazi, hammer her on Wall Street. there was a lot of things that and then he played nice with her at the end and didn't mention Monica Lewinsky, as you and I wagered, and I said he wouldn't yesterday, and you was just beside yourself that he would, and I said no, he won't go there because the handlers have got him. They don't want him to offend the women, and it was Hillary Clinton who come out bashing him about women, and Trump restrained himself and said, hey, I want to say something really nasty, but I'm not going to because I have a little bit of respect for your daughter sitting in the front row, so I won't blast you with both barrels about what your dad has done, basically.
We want to hear from you. What do you think about the debate? Jeb?
We have Tim on the phone. Tim, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys.
Oh, it's you, Tim.
Thanks for not
you sound disappointed.
My alias up, Jeb. The Second Amendment thing was the easiest thing to pick. I couldn't watch the thing all in one sitting. I had to just come back in and out of it. I'd rather watch two football teams that I cared nothing about than most of that last night. But I have tried to pick up on pieces that I missed. I watched videos. The Second Amendment thing, again, was an awful answer. Even this notion of, well, we'll help you get off of it. Well, maybe you should make sure you know who you're putting on it first, because, Frank, you were right. They will put people like you and I on that, and there's no criteria for doing that, and there's no due process. So I agree with you. I agree with you, line. He said that way too much last night, even just in the bits that I watched.
Yeah, no, Tim, you're absolutely right. I mean, this was a debate, and I don't know how often people hear this in a debate like this. Donald Trump said, I agree with you, Hillary Clinton, many, wait a minute, hold on, many times. In fact, he even said, I agree with you strongly. And he said, you and I agree about some stuff that you're not allowed, he said to Hillary, you and I agree on some stuff that you're not allowed to talk about. But he was confident that they agree on a lot of things. Yeah, that was a really dangerous thing, Tim, for Trump to say, I'm like you, Hillary.
And the worst thing, even worse than the Second Amendment thing that I can't get anybody to respond to, was the fact of his going after Miss Universe and then doubling down on it this morning. Are you kidding me? Saying, well, she put on some weight, so that was a problem. That is horrible. Horrible. That's going to be another commercial, and Trump just keeps writing them. And he just can't get out of his own way.
I tell you what, Tim, do you want to hang out? We're top of the hour break, or do you want to call back, or what do you want to do?
I can. I've got a few minutes. I'm getting ready to go into the hospital, but yes, I will hang out.
Well, hang tight, man. We got about a minute left here before we get to the news, and Salem Radio Network News gets us all up to speed on this stuff. But man, I gotta tell you, I want to know what you think about this debate, because Tim brings up some stuff Frank's already addressed. In fact, Frank brought it up that Donald Trump agreed with Hillary Clinton. Now he's going to talk about this next hour, what he really thinks about that. But I was really shocked to hear him say how much he agrees with her, and I know they don't agree on a lot of stuff. Boy, howdy, they do not agree on trade. What do you think about that? I really liked what Donald had to say, what Mr. Trump had to say at the beginning of that debate about trade, about the way our businesses are leaving. Large companies are leaving the United States, talking about how when goods go out of the United States, they're being taxed by the countries that they're being sent to. And when things are brought back in, there's not any tax. So there's a lot of incentive for folks to go out. We want to hear from you. All right? On 99.3 FM.